Welcome to episode 9, where we dive into the topic of stress. For a long time, people thought stress was always bad for you. But new research is showing that this might not be true. Let's explore how our ideas about stress are changing and why stress might actually be helpful sometimes. Back in the 1990s, doctors in an Ohio hospital did an interesting study. They looked at people who had just been in bad car accidents. The doctors collected pee samples from these patients right after their accidents. They wanted to see if they could predict who would get PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, later on. PTSD is a mental health problem that some people get after scary experiences. People with PTSD might have nightmares or feel very scared when they remember what happened. They might avoid things that remind them of the scary event. Here's the surprising part. The people who didn't get PTSD had more stress hormones in their pee right after the accident. Stress hormones are chemicals your body makes when you're stressed out. The main ones are cortisol and adrenaline. This discovery was a big deal because most people think stress hormones are bad for you. But this study showed that having more stress hormones might actually protect you from getting PTSD. Since then, other studies have found similar things. It seems that when your body has a stronger stress response, meaning it makes more stress hormones, you might recover better from scary or hard experiences. Now doctors are starting to use this information to help people. They're trying out new treatments using stress hormones. For example, 1. They've given cortisol to people with PTSD and it's helped them feel better. 2. They've given stress hormones to people before they have big, scary surgeries. This has helped these patients recover faster and feel better months later. 3. They've even started giving people stress hormones before therapy sessions for things like anxiety. It seems to make the therapy work better. All of this is pretty surprising if you think stress is always bad. Most people believe that when you get stressed and your heart beats fast, your hands get sweaty, or your stomach feels funny, it's your body letting you down. They think the best thing to do is try to stop these feelings. But the new research says we might need to think about stress differently. Instead of always being bad, the stress response might actually be helpful in tough situations. It might be more like a tool we can use rather than an enemy we need to fight. Let's talk a bit more about what happens in your body when you're stressed. Stress doesn't just affect one part of your body. It changes lots of things. It affects your heart, your brain, and many other parts. Scientists call all these changes the stress response. The purpose of the stress response is to help you deal with tough situations. It's like your body's way of getting ready for a challenge. Even though it might feel uncomfortable, these changes are trying to help you. This doesn't mean that all stress is good. Too much stress for too long can still be bad for you. But the kind of stress you feel when you're facing a challenge might actually be good for you. It might help you perform better and even protect you from long-term problems like PTSD. So, what does this mean for how we handle stress? Well, instead of always trying to get rid of stress, we might need to learn how to work with it. When you feel stressed, like when your heart beats fast before a big test or presentation, you could try to remember that this is your body trying to help you do well. Doctors are also using this new understanding to come up with better treatments for mental health problems. By using stress hormones along with regular therapy, they might be able to help people get better faster. In the end, this new research is telling us that stress isn't as simple as we thought. It's not just about fight or flight, the idea that stress only prepares you to fight danger or run away from it. Stress can also help you in other ways. It can help you focus, connect with others, and even grow as a person. So next time you feel stressed, try not to think of it as your body letting you down. Instead, think of it as your body getting ready to help you face a challenge. Your stress response isn't some leftover thing from when humans were cavemen. It's a useful tool that can help you be your best self today. Remember, everyone experiences stress differently, and it's always okay to seek help if you're feeling overwhelmed. but understanding that some stress can be good might help you feel more confident in facing life's challenges.